The package arrived on a Tuesday, wrapped in pristine pink Amazon packaging that seemed almost too cheerful. Maya tore it open with a frown, her confusion deepening when she pulled out the doll. It was a classic Barbie, blonde hair, perfect smile, pink evening gown, but something about its eyes felt off. They seemed to follow her. The Amazon customer service agent had been annoyingly dismissive. "Maybe your kid ordered it," he'd said. But Maya had no children. She lived alone. That evening, bored and restless, she took her friend's advice and logged onto Scare Network, a streaming platform dedicated to horror content. Scrolling through the selections, a thumbnail made her blood run cold. The film was simply titled Barbie, a horror short listed on the platform. The actress playing the lead looked exactly like her. Same face, same hair, even the same small scar above her eyebrow. A text from her friend lit up her phone. "Girl, you are a lifesaver." I was literally dying with boredom. "I will check it out right now." Maya clicked play, her heart hammering. The 3-minute film was a masterclass in minimalist terror. It showed her doppelganger, a woman also named Maya, receiving a similar Barbie doll. The scenes mirrored her own day, the unboxing, the call to customer service, the growing unease. Then, the film took a sharp turn. The on-screen Maya noticed the doll had moved on its own. Its head was tilted at an unnatural angle. A caption flashed, "Do not touch the doll." The film ended abruptly with a shot of the doll's face filling the screen, its painted blue eyes now a deep, void-like black, and a whisper on the soundtrack, "Take me home." Maya threw her phone down. It was just a creepy coincidence, a clever horror short playing on universal fears. She glanced at the Barbie, still sitting primly on her coffee table. It was facing the television. She was certain she had left it facing the window. The rules and the awakening. The next day, a new message appeared in her Airbnb app for the cabin she'd rented for a solo Christmas retreat. It was an automated rule update, bold and impossible to miss. Airbnb rule: do not touch the doll. Airbnb rule: please do not disturb the doll at any cost. Maya stared at her phone. She hadn't booked any cabin. Before she could process this, a second notification popped up, this time from a messaging app she didn't recognize. It was a single contact, Chucky. The message was simple: "Hey, I am Chucky. Wanna play?" She deleted the app in a panic. That night, Christmas Eve, the hallucinations began. She was wrapping a last-minute gift when she saw him, a jolly, red-suited figure standing in her dim hallway. "You are Santa," a small, plastic-sounding voice chirped from the living room. The Barbie was on the floor now, sitting propped against the sofa. Maya felt a wave of guilt and confusion, as if she'd committed some terrible, forgotten transgression against the spirit of Christmas. "I can't do this," she whispered to the empty room. "Forgive me, Santa," she found herself saying aloud, her voice not entirely her own. "I thought you were evil." "You cannot be evil." She was crying now, hot, bewildered tears. "I am sorry, I made a mistake." From the doll's direction came a soft, distorted chuckle, "Ho ho ho." "Sorry, Santa," Maya whimpered, crawling toward the doll, a profound sense of unworthiness crushing her. "I got what I deserved." "Merry Christmas," the doll's voice echoed, and the Santa hallucination vanished. Maya blacked out. The descent into terror. She woke on Christmas morning to a silent apartment and a mind fraying at the edges. Her friend had texted again, "You sure you don't have a twin sister or a doppelganger, huh?" Another message followed, "I hope the girl in the movie does not die in the end like every other horror film, huh?" Maya looked at her wrist. A tattoo was there, a small, intricate hourglass that she had no memory of getting. She sent a frantic picture to her friend. The reply was instant: "I don't remember you ever having that tattoo on you." The world was splitting. There was the real world, her apartment, her life, and there was the world of the doll, which was seeping in like a toxic spill. She returned to Scare Network, obsessively watching the Barbie short. Details had changed. The film was longer now. It showed the on-screen Maya discovering a news article on her laptop. A young girl was killed in a hit-and-run today in Mariposa County. The family of the victim is offering $15,000 in reward. The actress looked at her own Barbie doll, and the camera zoomed in on a tiny, almost invisible smudge of red paint on its plastic heel. Maya's breath caught. She grabbed her real doll. Tipping it over, she examined the bottom of its pink high heel. There it was, a minute, rust-colored speck. Dried paint. Or something else. The revelation and the bargain. The pieces began to lock together with a terrifying, mechanical certainty. The disconnected phrases from her initial notes weren't random. They were a suppressed memory, a truth the doll was forcing her to see. The hit and run. She had been in Mariposa a year ago. She had been driving at night, tired, distracted by a fight on the phone. A thump. A glimpse of a bicycle spinning into the ditch. The paralyzing fear. She had driven away, her mind constructing a fortress of denial so strong she had buried the memory entirely. The bargain. In her deepest shame, in the weeks that followed, she had wandered into a strange antique store. A weeping old woman behind the counter had handed her this Barbie. She absolves guilt, the woman had whispered. She takes your worst moment and holds it for you. But you must care for her. You must never try to be rid of her. Desperate, Maya had taken the doll. And she had forgotten everything, the accident, the bargain, the doll's origin. The doll wasn't just haunted. It was a custodian. It held the spiritual weight of her crime, her sin, and in return, it fed on her life, her sanity, her very identity. The film on Scare Network was no coincidence. It was a broadcast of her own torment, a supernatural leak from her subconscious into the digital world. The platform, with its diet of ghosts and true crime, was the perfect medium for the doll's story to spread. The rules from the fictional Airbnb, the messages from Chucky, they were the doll enforcing its terms of service. Do not disturb the keeper of your secret. Her phone rang, an unknown number. She answered, already knowing what she would hear. It was the tinny, processed voice, now stripped of any pretense of playfulness. You remember, it stated. I didn't mean to, Maya sobbed. It was an accident. Ignorance is no defense, the voice recited, echoing the news article about rising hit-and-run cases. A life requires a life. The balance is overdue. What do you want? The girl needs peace. Her family needs closure. You will give it to them. You want me to confess? Confession is a start. But the story must be complete. The final scene must be performed. Maya understood. The horror short on Scare Network didn't have an ending yet. The doll was writing it, and she was the star. The final performance and the open ending. 2 days later, a new video trended on Scare Network. It appeared to be a shocking, user-submitted found footage sequel to the popular Barbie short. The video shows Maya, pale and hollow-eyed, speaking directly to the camera in her apartment. Behind her, the Barbie sits on a throne of stacked childhood memorabilia. Maya gives a detailed, tearful confession to the Mariposa hit-and-run, naming streets, describing the weather, the color of the bicycle. She holds up the doll, pointing to the stain on its heel. The truth is here, she whispers. Then, the scene changes. It is night. Maya is standing on a rain-slick road that viewers from Mariposa would recognize. She holds the Barbie in one hand. Headlights appear in the distance. The camera, seemingly placed on the roadside, does not waver. You wanted a finale, Maya says to the doll, her voice calm now, resigned. Every horror film needs one. As the headlights grow blinding, she doesn't flinch. Instead, she turns the doll to face the oncoming car. The last frame is a close-up of the Barbie's face, its painted smile seeming to stretch into something impossibly wide and hungry, its eyes reflecting the rushing light. The screen cuts to black. The police found Maya's body. The case was ruled a suicide, tragically following a delusional breakdown and a false confession. The Barbie doll was never found at the scene. In the weeks that followed, the original Barbie horror short on Scare Network was updated. It now includes the found footage ending. The platform's fans debate fiercely whether it's brilliant marketing or something deeply unsettling. The film's page is now littered with comments from a handful of users who claim that after watching it, they received mysterious pink packages. And in a quiet house in Mariposa, the grieving family of the girl on the bicycle receives an anonymous envelope. Inside is $15,000 in cash and a single, perfect pink high heel from a Barbie doll. There is no note. The mother of the girl, holding the plastic shoe, feels a sudden, inexplicable shift, a release of a tension she didn't know she carried, replaced by a cold, focused clarity. That night, for the first time in a year, she dreams of her daughter smiling. And standing just behind her in the dream, holding her hand, is a tall, beautiful blonde woman in a pink gown, who turns and winks at the dreamer with eyes as dark and deep as a starless night.